Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to start a massive Alch Go project. What am I talking about? I want to do 576 an entire quad tab full of Alch Go toxic sewers. But the question is, what do I want to achieve with that? Basically, I want to try out how good is the league mechanic, how much currency can you make by just running Alch Go maps to sustain gold and resources and send your mappers mapping and your shippers shipping and your farmers farming and so on and so forth, right? I think I'm going to do like approximately 10,000 gold per map, so it's not like anything crazy, right? There is no scarabs, no chiseling, no map device modifiers, no nothing. Literally, Alch Go self-sustain. And today I want to go over my planned strategy. Then we're going to start off the project with running the first map together. And in the upcoming, like, I don't know, 2-3 days or whatever, how long it takes me to do those 576 maps. And this is going to mark the end of the test once I'm done with all the maps. So there is always a big question mark because everybody will have a different experience when it comes to that. Because if I'm sending a ship every 30 minutes and I need like a minute per map, just technically, right? And somebody else needs like 3 minutes per map, that means his project will be a lot longer, means he can send a lot more ships. But the question is, will he be able to get all the resources done when he's slower at mapping and blah blah blah? You know, you basically cannot really replicate that. But the goal is I just want to farm this 576 maps and then see how much currency I made with using the league mechanic and the altars and the mapping itself. I prepared all of these like special tabs here. They're all empty and I assigned them here. So whatever loot I'm getting, it will be completely separated from my private currency. So let's take a look at the Kingsmarch. It took quite a while to get actually all the workers to level 9 or level 10. That was basically the stuff that I've done in the past 2 weeks or something, right? It's not saying that it takes 2 weeks to do that, but just the way I play with like re-rolling and trying out new builds is not really the best gold farm, right? But I finally managed to get all my farmers, miners, smelters, mappers, disenchanters, and chippers to level 10 or level 9. And now we basically can put this to a test. Obviously, all my buildings are completely maxed out. We are 3 weeks into the league. I think everybody should be at this point. Good. When it comes to the mappers, I just prepared like Alch Go maps, the same toxic sewers that I'm running. So it's a total of 612 maps in that case, right? So we're just gonna open the map and let them do their maps. But there is gonna be one caveat here because I'm gonna do this strategy with this tree over here. We're gonna talk about the tree in a bit, where I have Guardian map sustain and synthesized maps and stuff. And basically, I want to have like my map device 1. I'm probably going to put in all level 10s on one map device to let them run Guardians and synthesized maps and those kind of things, while the other 2 map devices are going to be the Alch Go ones. And then let's take a look at the shipments. This is like the questionable thing. How is your shipments going to look like, right? And I decided while I'm mapping, I'm going to pick one of the closest here, probably the one with 30 minutes. And when I decide to go offline or take a break or whatever, I'm going to send the ships to the furthest away so they have like them at the highest multiplier. The way I'm going to send those ships, so we're just going to pick up here the Rivenfell. And the way I want to do this is I want to send every ship with the same value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send 1,000 of each bar and probably, I don't know, like 2,500 of each crop here, right? And then we're going to round it up with like 125,000 dust. And then we have a shipment value of 510,000. So I'll try to do every single ship the same way. And this is basically how I'm going to send them. And when you're wondering about the dust, I mean, I have like at the moment 11.4 million dust, and since when I'm mapping, I always have like my disenchanting tab where I always put in 1 slot, 2 slot, or up to 4 slots, and then I'm just randomly fill it up, you know, and it just produces a shit ton of dust, so I don't really mind too much about my 125,000 dust that I'm gonna send along the way. So every shipment can be different, you know. Some people don't even send any bars because the crops are actually giving the currency. But you never know. This is just the way I'm going to do it. And I'm gonna do all the ships throughout the entire process with the same values, like 1,000 of each bar, 2,500 of each crop here, and 125,000. So we have like 500,000 shipment value after the patch. I have no idea if this is gonna be good or bad or ugly, but as I said, once I decide to go offline, I'm gonna send it to the furthest port away, so I get the maximum quality, or what do you say, multiplier on top of that. Okay. What is the my Atlas passive tree? So basically, what I decided to do, it is basically just some all the shaping the mountain, shaping the skies, and shaping the world to have higher chances of dropping higher tier maps. Then we have scarabs, we have the map modifier, so we have like additional effects. We have like here a shrine, I think 2 shrine nodes. Then we have the Eater of Worlds altar, because we're gonna try to get Divine Shrine altars. And then basically the Guardian maps. The link of the Atlas tree is in the description below. So it's a pretty simple Alch Go, and pretty much ignore everything. I have not blocked out any league mechanics because I wanted to save the points, but I want to make this clear, I'm not going to do those league mechanics. If there is, for example, a harvest spawning, I'm not going to go in there, right? If there is a ritual, obviously I'm going to kill the ritual guys along the way, but I'm not gonna click on the altar to play the league mechanics. So every monster that spawns from a league mechanic that gives me an addition to the map, to the monster count in the map, I will do. But all the other ones I'm skipping. So I'm gonna do things like the Wildwood, because I think it's definitely worth doing it. But if there is like, I don't know, Alva spawning, I'm not gonna go into the temple and do that kind of things, right? But this is basically the tree, super simple, with the intoxication sulfite nodes that I always take, because it's always nice currency that you get while opening those sulfites, because you also get the or have a chance to get azerite for that, right? And if we're gonna check this out, I already have like another 178,000 azerite. So before we're gonna start this, I'm obviously gonna let me actually quickly do that before I forget that, just to clean up the azerite, so I actually see how much azerite I actually made and how much currency is that. And usually I just go ahead and buy just all these like 1-slotted resonators and sell those in bulk. So we're just gonna completely, or almost completely, deplete that. Quickly go here, that's like over 500-600, that's like 10 divines or so worth of resonators. So we're down to 83, so we should be fine to have like a super clear image of how much azerite I'm getting out of that. Good, we talked about the tree. What is the goal? We talked about the Kingsmarch, so I think we're pretty much ready to go. So I'm gonna say, let's go start the project. I do have like 170,000 gold over here. So we basically can load up the first currency here. We have like a 27,000 gold wage, and now we're gonna start our mappers. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Now we're gonna go and set our ships somewhere. So what did I set? 1,000 of each, right? 1,000 of each, 2,500 of each crop, and 125,000 shipment value over here. Let's do that here as well. 1,000 of each. Emit. Sir. 2,500 here. And 125,000 over here. That one is prepared. Then on the last one, 2,500 over here. I'm actually looking really forward to this and how much currency we're gonna make with this. Okay, select port over here. Select port. So as I said, I'm taking the closest one. Set sail. Set sail. Set sail. All right. So how much? I'm actually interested in how much currency. Wait, let me actually fill up my disenchanter with some items as well. Just take all these like 2-slotted ones here. Disenchanting. Just gonna put in a few just to see on how much gold it actually currently costs. So let me see. Manage town. We have 88,000 gold per hour. So that pretty much means I need to farm like 100,000 gold per hour minimum to actually sustain all these guys. But it shouldn't be a problem because Alch Go maps are very fast to do. Okay, then I would say we're gonna take in the first couple maps. Open this with the increased quantity, no scarabs, just the Eater of Worlds, my Alch Go strat. Activate, and let's run the first map and hopefully get a mage spot card, because I also did obviously prepare I scried the Defiled Cathedral map onto my Toxic Sewers, so now my Toxic Sewers can also drop Apothecaries. So why Toxic Sewer? Basically, I'm sorry. Basically, it's about my build. It is just an Alch Go build, more or less, right? That has like a shit ton of clear, and the monsters are very packed into that zone, basically, right? The bosses are very easy to find. They are non-stage bosses, and it's just like super easy to have like 100% clear rate onto these maps. It's not like the map with the most monsters or the best stuff like that, but you know, I just think Toxic Sewer is just such an easy map to run, and it should be not a problem to do this like for a longer amount of time, because there is no backtracking, more or less, right? So here is the boss. Let's kill off that guy, and basically see on how much gold we get on the first map. It shouldn't be too much. It probably like somewhere 7.5 to 10,000 gold. But obviously our goal is to farm as many resources as possible, so we can actually supply our ships, right? And here on this Verisium, or whatever it's called, I'm usually going to like a 70%, because sometimes it can just happen that there is like some mega giga bosses there, right? And they take like forever, right? But if you go to like a 70%, it shouldn't be too hard. It can still give you like some rough monsters, but in the end of the day, I just don't want to fail it, so I go 70% or something, and I should be fine. So we also got Einhard. These monsters are not taking any additional time. There we have the first T17 map, and they are usually selling for, I don't know, like 125, 150 C in bulk, maybe even a divine per map, right? If you have like a bunch of these maps. And obviously with the amount of maps that we're gonna run, we're gonna get like a ton of T70 maps, and I pretty much can see that these are going to sell in bulk for a quite nice amount of currency. But obviously thinking that what is the investment of a T16 map, right? Alch Go. It's like 5 chaos and that's it. And just the fact that we just got a Sigurd map T17 means that we already make like over 100 chaos profit on the first map. So almost the end of the story, and there is a Nameless Seer and there is a Reflecting Mist. Isn't this like kind of weird? Every time I do a video map showcase, I always get the Nameless Seer. I'm getting this guy really often because my build just clears that well, right? But yeah, so let me see what is in the Reflecting Mist. This damage against you, increased rarity plus chaos rest, I don't know. And the Nameless Seer will give me shit as always. Maybe an Impulsor, I don't even know what this is, by the way. Awaken to PoE trait macro. We probably just, yeah, we take the Impulsor, and yeah, that is the first map. We can now leave it. And that marks the beginning of 575 more maps. We got like, yeah, 7,000 gold, so it's not the craziest, but the maps are just that fast, and so it shouldn't be a problem to get like to the 100,000 gold per hour mark. Alright boys, I'm gonna go off streaming now, and because I have to run quite a few more maps, and then we're gonna see us again on part 2, and see you with the results and what did I get. If you're interested in the build that I'm planning, I uploaded a video of that 2 days ago. Alright, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.